Hey guys, welcome to Revive Rebuild Garage. Today I'm going to show you what finally fixed this 2006 JR80 that I had for my kids here. I bought it probably 3 years ago, and it was a good working bike, but it just never seemed to, it was always like bogging and always seemed to be carboned up, and it was like fouling plugs and just didn't really perform the way that I thought it should. So anyways, I'll show you what I did here to finally get this thing working properly, and now it's just like, it's night and day. Works way better, and my kids just love it. It's awesome. So we'll take a look at it here. So here it is, 2006 Suzuki Jr. Pretty clean bike for the most part. I mean, it's obviously filthy because my kids were riding it, but it's in pretty good shape. So it has the original silencer on it, full original exhaust actually, as you can see. But this original stock silencer, I thought was the issue to begin with. So I actually pulled it off once before and basically heated it up with a torch and burnt all the insides, cleaned it out as best I could with carb cleaner, whatever else, and a lot of carbon and everything else, and oil and unburnt fuel and everything did come out of it, and it worked a little bit better, but it still wasn't quite what I thought it was supposed to be. So anyways, my son had the idea the other day to actually pop this silencer right off, and I actually pulled the end. It comes apart, you can see there's two bolts in the end. If you pull those two bolts out, you can actually pop this cap off right here. You pop this cap off, this whole cap just pops right off, and you can actually pull out the insides of that silencer, and that's what it looks like. As you can see, this is the one that came out of it. I mean, it's like, look at that, just full of oil, unburnt fuel, carbon, all kinds of stuff. But if you actually look inside of this, look at the restriction on that. It actually just goes right in and hits that plug on the inside and comes out these holes, like this baffle, through the screen, and then out this probably 1/2-inch hole on the end that's still even restricted by this little pin. So any wonder this thing wasn't working properly. I mean, like, just restricted right to no end here. Like, that's all you have basically for your exhaust. And then through this screen, which is obviously just as plugged and gummed up on this one as probably most other ones that are stock. And then through the end here. So it couldn't breathe is what the issue was. So we popped that out, and I just put this silencer back on. There's actually nothing inside this now. It's just the pipe comes straight out, straight along, right into this end of this silencer. I don't know if we can see this here. Yeah, just right into this silencer. And then I actually pulled all the insides of this out. So there's nothing inside this now. And I put this cap back on. And then that's kind of your restriction there now. But like, I'll tell you, works, oh my God, night and day difference. And I was kind of worried about it to begin with because like, I had naturally thought in the beginning that it was carburetor issues. So I started adjusting the carburetor and stuff on this thing and tried to make it run a little bit better, which did absolutely nothing to it. It was still exactly the same. So I went back to stock settings on the carburetor afterwards once we pulled this silencer out, and it runs fine. It starts right up. I pulled the plug, it's tan, so I think everything's good. I mean, I think this is the way this bike was originally meant to be. And then they stick this in here, this restrictor plate and whatever else to meet, I don't know whether it's noise levels or emissions or to govern the power of this bike or what it is, but I'll tell you, pulling that out was the best thing we did. It's like night and day now. But I'll fire it up here and show you guys what it sounds like now without that out. It works way better too. Sounds a lot better, works a lot better, and like just a completely total different bike. So if anybody has one of these and has any issues with, I mean, like it bogging, seeming having less power, fouling plugs constantly, like this is probably your issue. If it has a stock exhaust on it, guaranteed this is pretty much your issue. They're so restricted with that baffling system that's in there. It's like they're just choking it right off. They can't even barely run. So hopefully this helps somebody else out, because I mean, I fought with this for the longest time. I was thinking I changed plugs. I took the carb off it, cleaned the carb, adjusted the carb. Then I thought it was the air filter, and then I thought it was actually the fuel lines on it, and then I thought it was the gas cap, that it wasn't venting properly. Like I went all over this thing, and that's all it was this whole time, was this friggin' stock silencer that's just garbage. So you pop that out and the bike just comes right alive. It's great. So, all right. Good luck with yours if that's the issue with it. And take her easy, boys.